Hey, boys and girls. How are you today? Yeah, look at that. There is a little bit more there than I thought, right? So, don't ask me why. Oh, here comes the cars. Yeah, I spoke with a couple of friends earlier today, and actually, it was interesting conversations. It made me smile, and then I don't know why, but and it's honest, and I want to be honest. I want to be honest with everyone. Like, I mean, people that know me. I spent most of the day after that feeling sorry for myself. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. Like perhaps I don't know. I know that there's no way that the world owes me anything. You know, you get what you get from the world that you put, whatever you put into it, right? So, who in the hell am I to go on about how I feel about something? But it was just kind of weird. It was one of those days. So, I wasn't really sure what was going to happen with this. This is a 625. This is a Canadian model 625. So if you're familiar with the 621B or any of those other, it uses a 111 and a generator, G5 generator. But what I'm going to try and do here today is I'm going to try and see if I can get some action out of this thing. Now, oh, hey, look, smell that. Oh, there was actually some pressure in there. That is insane. No way. Oh, I love it. Don't you love the smell of Coleman fuel? Like, don't you love it? I mean, come on, guys. Like, seriously, if you're into stoves and you're into lanterns, you love the smell of this stuff. I know you do. Oh. Could I be so lucky? Could I be so lucky as to find, because this thing is nasty dirty, like it's just miserable dirty, like it's crazy. I mean, well, look at me. You'd expect any different. Anyways, I'm just laughing. I'm trying to have a bit of a giggle because Lord knows there's not enough giggling going on in the world currently, right? So let's see. Okay, so we've got a combination of two things happening here. Yeah, we're gonna have to try and oh, wait a minute. Okay, we got some luck. What do you know? That's real nice of you. I appreciate that, you. So off comes the lid. It actually doesn't look too bad, except for all the. It's got some paint onto it. It's got the frame looks good. The burner screen looks good. I'm not sure what might be up in there. We're gonna have to take a look and with a flashlight and that to figure out whether or not this is gonna be okay to try and light. Oh man. And honestly, I mean, the collar is pretty cool. I don't think this lantern got used a bunch. Again, like a lot of these lanterns when they were new, I think maybe they made it to like the first camping trip or whatever, and then some poor person dropped it or hit it the wrong way, and yeah, and then the glass got broke, and then they didn't know what to do. They didn't even know where to go to try and find a replacement, whatever. Let's see what this is. Well, that's nothing. I don't know why that surprised me. No, how could it possibly surprise you? Oh boy. All right. And it's, of course, it's one of those rubber ones, right? So, damn. All right. Oh, man, look at that bent. That is like bent 9 ways a Sunday. You hear that circus music playing? All right. So this is one of the smaller ones, right? That's looking okay. It's much better. Just in the time it took me to like do it with my fingers, it's better. I mean, it may not be perfect, but it's probably going to be kinder to the pump. Yeah, I got to get a... Okay, so I have like this. Here, this is what I'm going to do. We'll start with this. I have a feeling this video is going to be a little bit longer than... Well, I mean, maybe not. You don't know. Right? I don't know. But I'm going to clean this old girl up here and... Well, first of all, why don't we find out how old it actually is? This says February of 1986. So, not the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, it's got some dents and scratches but hey, after, I don't know how long this thing's been sitting. First of all, it's sitting in my trunk. I think I got this like 2 weeks ago, like 2.5, almost 3 weeks ago now. And I open up the cap and it even seemed like there was some pressure in there and the smell of Coleman fuel came out of it. So what I'm thinking is this might not be the worst situation. You know, I honestly, each and every time, uh-oh, where did it go? Man, I think I lost the clip. You have any idea how hard it is to find things that fall on the ground around here? Anyways, good Lord. So what I'm thinking is I was going to, like most of these, all I want to do is put a leather cup on them. And the leather cups are not that expensive. There's lots of them around. What did I do with that clip? Anyways, it's... When it comes right down to it, I'll figure it out. A little bit of glass cleaner, and you'll forgive me for being unprepared. The idea here is that this is supposed to be spontaneous. And you can be rest assured that with me, my life is reasonably spontaneous. I would like to think that I sort of necessarily pride myself on that. Oh yeah, it smells good. I love the smell of... I don't know why, I just love the smell of that camping gas. I just do that. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to clean this up. Look, there's a dent. There's a great big dent right there. It's got like rust on the bottom of it. You know, it's original though. It's got the lighting instructions and all that onto it. Still, the labels are all still there, and I don't think anybody's going to be too excited about whether or not we get it right, and just so long as it works. Because that's genuinely what everybody wants to see, right? Everybody wants to see it work. And I thought to myself, hey, this is hilarious. I don't know if you guys can hear the airplane in the background. I was having a conversation with Steve Winkleman earlier today, and he was talking about skydiving. And of course, I started to laugh because you couldn't get me to go into an airplane. Like, somebody would have to beat me senseless and have me wake up. I would need to be unconscious. and be put on board and have the airplane take off before I woke up and then there would be an incredible likelihood that somebody would get their air choked off um, in mid-flight. Anyways, yeah, Steve is pretty funny, man. He's a pretty cool guy, dude. And I'm telling you, like anybody, if you guys don't, you gotta go and watch Steve's channel. He's all about like, you know, camaraderie and checking stuff out, and he's definitely the kind of person that I like to hang out with, because it doesn't really matter what kind of a day you've had, and it doesn't really matter what kind of a day he's had. Somewhere in the middle, when you connect, it's going to be a better day. That's the idea, right? So, anyways, I'm just going to do this and maybe, oh, I smell that again. You know what? There's enough fuel in there to light this thing. I swear there is. All right. Okay, I'm going to try and calm down a bit, because I'm having way too much fun. Oh, I don't know where that pump clip went. I'm going to have to go in and find another pump clip. It'll show up eventually, or maybe I'll stand up and there it is. What do you know? Maybe I'll stand up and find it right there under my feet. What do you know about that? The good Lord's looking out for me. Thanks, Gene. You know what? I have spent, and I don't really spend a lot of time trying to avoid my feelings about the Lord. But you know, there's a lot of people that don't even want to hear you talk about it. They don't, you know, and God bless you, Gene. Like, seriously, God bless you. Because, I don't think there's enough people in the world extolling the virtues of, you know, family and the importance of taking care of the people around you. So, yeah. I'm not going to say it again, but you know what I mean, Gene. You're a nice man. We haven't spent a lot of time talking. I actually tried to call you once or twice on the phone so we could talk about, you know, things. But that's okay. It doesn't matter that you didn't pick up, okay? Like, it doesn't look, so don't you ever worry about that. All right. This is looking like it's about, you know, it might actually work. I'm going to, I gotta have a look at this pricker business here. These things, my eyes are getting really tired. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there it is, it's there. Oh, yes, okay. So I have indeed confirmed that we have a valid generator, at least to the point where if I can get this thing to go and I can get some of my juice, my secret juice. Well, the people that know what I'm talking about, they know what I mean. Here you go. We don't want that causing any grief later when I go to take it apart again. But I have look, I've got the secret juice. There's other things in here too. People who are paying attention know what's in here. So yeah, actually, you know what? This seems like a good time to do it. Because I have to yet find out whether or not this is going to pass air. So I'll just put a little of this in there. We're not going to get too excited. That should be enough. I might even top it up with fuel. I don't know. I just wanted to make sure that we had it at least representing. because some of these old girls, when you find them, they're in pretty rough shape. Like that looks a bit on the haggard side for sure. It really does. Well, we'll just give her a wipe down. I don't know about that. There's about a spot of paint on there, and so I don't know if I mentioned, this is actually lantern number 3 from the $1 score. Right, so if anybody's been following my progress with the $1 score, I don't even think my wife follows the I was asking her the other day. I said, have you even looked at the channel? She's like, no, I've been too busy. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's not a big deal. We're going to be hanging out tomorrow. We're going to be going and seeing a pretty cool show tomorrow, actually. She's in Montreal right now, and she's seeing a really cool show up there. And then when she gets back tomorrow in the afternoon, we're going to go and see the Reverend Horton Heat. If you have never seen the Reverend Horton Heat before, I invite you to go and look this up. Like, this is like, go check out the Psychobilly Freakout, man. This guy's like Brian Setzer on LSD. Like, if you like the Stray Cats and you dig that kind of like rockabilly sort of, like, it's just awesome. It's awesome. I've seen the Reverend before, years and years ago, but and he's like, I don't know, maybe like 15 years my senior. Like, he's old, man. I can't believe the old dude's still doing it. He's like awesome. So we're gonna go and we're gonna have a little fun time. And I got to get some steel wool for that. That's, like I said, oh, wait a minute. No. Oh, hey, look at that. I was able to like knock it off with my thumbnail. What do you know? But there's, there's always stuff that when you get this stuff, and it's like, it comes to be in your possession. You don't know where it's been. You don't know how much it was loved. You don't know how much it was hated. All you know is that you've acquired it. And you talk to people, and other people with the similar, and they're like similar minded, right? This are like, this is one of the reasons why a lot of people like look at it and go, well, you're kidding me, right? You paid $1 for like 10 lanterns? Yeah, my wife did, but it wasn't me. She's always looking out for me. She's always looking out for me. I feel bad for anyone that doesn't have a really cool woman in their life, because it's important. You got all this crap going on in the world. Did you see that shit that was going on up in Montreal with, I'm not even sure I want to talk about it. It's ridiculous. Like, come on. You know, incel. If you're familiar with the term incel. So involuntary celibate is what it means. Where men are uptight because women don't want nothing to do with them. Well, if you weren't such a fucking asshole, buddy, maybe a woman might like you. I don't know. And it's not, you know what, it's not about being good looking, okay? Look at me. Look at me. It's not about being good looking. It's about having a personality, having an outward thing where you know, when it's your approach. And if you're going to like I said when I started the video, I felt bad because I sat feeling sorry for myself for most of the day today. And it was a mistake. It really was. That was a mistake for me. I don't even know why. I don't even know why I did that. Maybe it was a point of reflection to try and remind myself that other people maybe don't have other people's lives. There goes a four-wheeler. So I live in the country. It's okay for people to like roar around on four-wheelers and dirt bikes and stuff up and down the highway here. That's legal here. Maybe it's a reflection of you know, my feelings for other folks. And so I sat inside from about, I don't know, it was maybe 3 o'clock till about 5. When I came out here, it was right on 7 p.m. when I started recording this video, and I'm going to keep working away at it. And if this doesn't work, then so be it. It doesn't work. What do you want me to do? I'll figure it out. I will. But for now, it kind of seems to me, based on what I'm looking at, that there's a very good chance that this thing is going to work like a champ. And not only that, oh, Coleman fuel! Go! I'm sorry. Listen, I'm not a glue sniffer, okay? Let's get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way right this second. I do not sniff glue. I knew people back in the day that used to like spray Pam in a bag and stick their head in behind it and all kinds of other weird stuff. Yeah. All right, I gotta get some oil. I'm gonna get some oil. I got the trimmings. Yeah, I got one of those in there. I got some 21s, but this demands a 99. So what that translates to, at least in my mind, is a Peerless 24A. But I have this. So this is a wee bit bigger. Wait a minute. Where's the strings? I got burned. There's no string on there. Well, these thieving people stole my string. Oh, goodbye. You're done. All right, I got more. So I was talking with Steve Winkleman about these. These are pretty cheap. Like, you know, you can get them like on Amazon, and these are somewhere between the pink ones and the green ones. But what I'm going to do, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I'm going back inside. I'm going to get my oil. I'm going to put a little oil on the pump cup. Even though I don't like the rubber ones, I'm going to stick it back in there. I straightened it out. God, I hate these things. They're not meant to last. I don't even understand why they would have changed to this design, other than, what did we save here, guys? Like, did you save the reputation of your product? No. Like, anyways, it's not gonna be to the detriment of Coleman that I'm gonna make a statement about this. It happened. People have these things. There's hundreds and thousands of these rubber pump cups, and we can change them to leather if we want. We don't need to keep running the rubber one. So I should just shut up and move on with things. So give me a minute. I'm going to go and get my oil. I'll be right back. And it ain't going to take me much more than about 10 seconds. All right. Here we go. What's going on, Bert? How's life treating you? We're going to close this. And don't forget, we can't light nothing without trusty torch, right? So trusty torch is your friend. If you got a trusty torch, hang on to it. Don't let it go. It's like being with a woman. There are certain women that deserve they deserve better treatment. It's hard to believe. Some men just don't understand that. I have a feeling I've met a few over the last 6 months or so that understand exactly what the difference is. You know, and I recognize that. All right, here we go. that's straight enough, I guess. I don't know about this this check valve though. We'll find out. You go in there. Get in there, you. Yes, Chico, I know. You're frustrated that you're not outside in the backyard with me. So we'll screw this in here. I'm actually kind of curious as to see what's going to happen here. You know, for now, I think what I'm going to do, that's off. That's on. This is one of those easy light models, right? So you got like the tip cleaner is like to the right, then you have a light function, and then you have a run function. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put there now. I just want to put a couple of 2 or 3 pounds of pressure in there to find out if it's going to go. I am the most awkward human being. There. I can feel it building pressure. It's definitely pumping. Oh yeah, baby. I know. I can feel it. Oh no! Yeah! It's gonna work. It's gonna work. I can't believe it. That's sweet. So sweet. All right. I seen some fuel shoot out of there. I don't know if anybody else was really looking, but I seen it. So here, we'll just put this back on. And here, come on now, you. Don't be like that. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to load this baby right up with some, I'm going to put some fresh fuel into it. Whoa, hey, hello. I got my special concoction in there. Now, yeah, that's the thing. When you do this, there you go. All right, you're all set, good to go. So, we'll put the frame back on. I saw fuel come out there. What have I done wrong? Oh, I need a frame. Whoops. How excited can you get? Apparently, I'm going to need a collar. You'll totally forgive me for that one, guys. But, and this is awesome, right? Like, you know, you go through the process, and it's really not a hard one, okay? Like, it's not. Like, people that do this stuff, that like to play around with these things, like I said, I was having this conversation with Steve Winkleman today, and we were talking about that stove that he got, and that stove is awesome. Like, I mean, what is going on here? Oh, wait a minute. There's me being dumb again. We got her now. That stove that he's got is awesome. I don't care if somebody started, when they opened the lid, they started stripping the paint off inside of it. Like that thing, we were talking about how restoration of these things need to be, depending on what he was planning on doing with it. He was, you want to turn it into a road stove. You want to bring it with you everywhere you go, and you want to use it and abuse it. Well, not abuse it, but you know what I mean, right? If you spend a lot of time, that's groovy. If you spend a huge amount of time making one of these things look as nice as you can make it. Actually, I'm just going to square that collar up. And you spend all this time making it look as pretty as you can, and then you take it out and you get an iota of cooking grease onto it, or somebody it's in the back of your truck and somebody throws something on top of it, and then you have a conniption. You go to your mind, it's like, no. But if it looks, you know, if it already kind of looks like a wee bit on the suspect side, and I don't mean like that it's not going to work or function correctly or anything like that. What I mean is, it's like, you know what I mean. It's difficult to explain, but there are people that understand exactly what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be like some anal thing. Like, it's like being anal retentive in your approach to stuff does not help. It makes it harder for you. I mean, sure, your approach, your knowledge doesn't change. You still know what you know, but you might come across as being someone that's not really all that cool-headed about it. I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to describe how people should live their lives. Let's put it that way. I'm here to have a little bit of fun, and I like YouTube, and I like the people that are on it, and I like the camaraderie and the friendships that I've made since I started doing this. And there's absolutely no question that it's something that I'll continue to do. Possibly for the remainder of my existence. I don't know. I mean, I had a YouTube channel years ago where, here, we got to cut those strings, right? Because heaven forbid, Lee Cutler's dad had to come all the way up here to Ontario and sweep up my yard. Sorry, Lee. I'm so sorry. I love that guy. I love his dad too. When I first started watching Coleman, like stuff about Coleman lanterns and stoves, his channel was one of the first ones that I saw, and it just struck me as being kind of amusing, actually. Not like, I mean, he's very intelligent, and so is his dad. Obviously, they've spent years being together and doing these things together. But it's kind of hilarious when he says, you know, and then they got their little dog Leo, and he says, well, I'm just gonna cut these strings off, you know, because I don't want to look like an amateur, and but Dad can sweep them up when he gets around to it. And sometimes Dad says, well, I just swept up yesterday, so they're gonna be there for a while, or I need to do that in 2 minutes anyways, so it's no big deal. And it just makes you, it makes you smile. It does, it makes you smile. Here. There's pressure. Oh no, there's still pressure. I love this hobby, guys. I love this hobby. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I am going to put some more fuel in this. I haven't even looked in the fountain. I haven't even looked in there. So this is a 625. It's got no A, it's got no B, it's got nothing. I cleaned it up a little bit. Oh, whoops. Oh man, how? I put the frame. I put the collar on upside down. Now I really feel like a dummy. All right, well, at least I didn't burn the mantle in yet. We can still fix the problem. Yep. What do you do? You can't fix stupid, right? God, I feel bad. Okay, here. We'll turn that over. Get it right this time, dummy. Get it right. There we go. All right, we're all set. Now we'll make sure that we get the generator into the air path. And yet, I haven't even figured out whether or not there's anything living in there. I didn't feel like opening the garage and getting the compressed air out and blowing the air through it, so I was kind of in a hurry to impress you guys, and I got a feeling something is going to go wrong. Something is going to go wrong. We'll see. I could be very wrong about that. It could be like perfect. I don't know. Could be everything, and could be all that in a bag of chips. Like, you know, I sent my wife a picture, a meme that somebody made up, and it's like Lay's potato chips, and it says alcohol and bad decisions flavor. I sat there and laughed about that for about 20 minutes. I don't know, the things that amuse me, I guess. I don't know. You'll forgive me for being who I am. I just think it's kind of funny when people take cheap shots at themselves, and they get their, you know, they get it done though. That's the point. People, I don't care. People, if you can get stuff done, it doesn't really matter. A little oil on that gasket, swell it up a bit. It was holding pressure anyways, but you never take a chance. You know, I'm the edge of that fount looks really good. You know, like normally you see them, they're all like, particularly when they're that old, and you wonder whether or not they've been sitting outside for forever and they got rusty. And but man, I got that one lantern that lady gave me a couple weeks ago, early last week. It was so rusty inside. Like I said, I took a piece of 1/4-inch dowel and I split the end of it, and I put some 240 grit paper and I put it on an electric drill, and I ran it back and forth inside and out of the pump tube, because I knew that the rust that was in there was going to literally destroy the rubber, or the not the rubber, but the leather pump cup. It would have destroyed it if I hadn't have done that. And even still, when I pump it, it's still kind of rough, but you know what? The lantern works. So, yeah. I'm going to grab some fuel. We're going to put a couple more glugs of fuel in here, and we're going to light this baby up, see what's got going on. I have another tapered globe. Oh, by the way, rest in peace, the number 4 Colex. It fell off the table because I'm a moron. Have you ever just decided that it's easier to own up to your mistakes than to try and hide them? I think of lately I've decided that it's not worth the hassle. All right, I gotta get wait a minute. I got a funnel right there. Beauty. Alrighty then. So not too long ago, I was eyeballing Facebook Marketplace, and there was a lady local to where Lori lives that said her husband had passed away, and he was an avid camper, and she didn't know what to do because we used to. It's no longer operating. We had a household hazardous waste disposal place. And she was looking to get rid of 6 gallons. Literally 6 cans of Coleman fuel. And it was totally free. I'm like, I'll be there in 10 seconds. And when I arrived there, she actually helped put it in the trunk of the car. She couldn't wait to get rid of it. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, you know what I mean though. Like everybody knows the smell of white gas, okay? You know the smell of white gas. You know the smell of it. You'll never forget it. I have a feeling that this here little glug is going to be more than enough, and then we're not going to need no more. But I got 6 cans of this stuff for free. So you can tell me. I got a feeling that Cheesy's gonna come along and tell me I'm lying again. It's true though. It's totally true. Anyways, yeah, there's just nothing quite like the generosity of people who don't know what they actually have. All right, trusty torch. We're gonna burn this mantle in. We're gonna see what we got. Turn that baby down. You'll forgive me for talking so much. But, oh, look. Okay, I think it's going to work because usually, if you've got one with a restricted air path, when you burn the mantle in, you don't get to see the smoke come out down around the, look at this. It's trying to go as we speak. All right, here we go. Come on, you. I'm wondering whether or not we got an issue with, oh, I got to put some more pressure into it. I didn't pump any pressure. After I took the cap off and loaded it full of fuel, I didn't pump it up again. Hello, dummy. Anyways, you watch this. I have a feeling that this thing is going to run like a champ, and I got to go in. I'm going to have to go in and get a globe for it. I've got a large tapered globe for it inside. Come from one of my propane lanterns. I think it was a 5114 or a 5914. I can't remember what it was, but it's like this nagging curiosity. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Come on, you. Talk to me. Little heat on there. Of course, you're new, right? Hello. Come on now, you. All right. We're just gonna let this old girl talk about it for a minute. I'm actually gonna give her a little clean. And then, so we got a little overburn right now, but that mantle is probably going to work itself in. Now, I haven't used any of these gold top mantles yet, so it's hard to say what's happening. Do. I know, you're talking a story. Tell me about it. All right, I'm going to let you go. Just don't set my house on fire. I got to go in and get, I'm going to get a globe for this and put globe on it, and we'll let it run for a while. Awesome sauce. Nice. Here's the lantern that's going to donate the globe to a cause. So this is a number 5419, which is fairly unusual. I don't believe I've ever seen one of these, but it seemed to work okay. I should probably clean that up, but that's pretty cool. So yeah, it's got a chunk of overburn. Anybody that knows about Coleman knows what overburn is, but I'm just going to knock that down here while I put this on here. Get this on it. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay. Come on, you, get in there. I don't want to get burnt. There we go. I'm wondering whether or not somebody had the wrong size mantle on this and decided that the overburn was like irreconcilable, or like, you know, they thought maybe something was going wrong with it. But that's friggin' sweet, man. I got a 621. Now the 621B that I have in the basement, it's a lot like this, and it burns just as good. See, now with the globe on it and the cover on, like the vent, the overburn is gone. So yeah. Well, so what I'm going to do, it's got nearly a full tank of fuel into it. I'm just going to move that over here. So I got these, like I said, this is what's on there right now, these gold mantles I got from Amazon. You get a pack of 20 for 11 bucks. And I guess they're not that bad. I mean, what winds up happening with these guys is you light them up and it takes a minute. Like if you're not patient, it takes a minute for them to fill out and actually to start to brighten up. I mean, you talk to numerous people will tell you the same story. The cheap mantles, they work good when you're trying something out, but don't get too excited about them being perfect, because they're usually not. But there you go. I'm digging that, man. That seems to be working pretty good. I'm kind of impressed. Again, you know, this is number 3 from the $1 score. I still have 2 200s, 2 220s, and a couple more. Well, at least one more 288. Yeah, today I bought, well, actually showed up from Amazon today, was three more number 4 globes. These number 4 globes are super cheap here. I really wanted to get the tinted ones, you know, the amber ones, but they were like an extra 15 bucks more. And I can't really justify that, just to, like, you know, have a conversation about it. Jeez, that's hot, man. It's like, this is like it's the same as my 621B, man. This thing is a freaking flamethrower. What the hell, dude? I'm sitting like 3 feet away from it and the heat is like... Hopefully you guys can see that all right. That's pretty cool. Anyways, all right, listen. It's been a slice, and I totally appreciate everyone in the community. I always have a giggle, and I talked with Travis on Friday night, and then I was talking with Steve today while he was traveling, and he's doing his little travels, and you know, so that's a lot of driving, dude. Like, he's talking about like 10 hours in one direction. Like, that's some crazy amount of driving. That's something I wouldn't be interested in that at all. Although if I spent 10 hours in the truck with him and stopping and doing the things that he does on the way, it probably wouldn't bother me that much. But hey, what do you do? All right, guys, boys and girls, thanks for coming along, and I totally appreciate you joining in. Yeah, we're just gonna sit here and enjoy this lantern. So there's a 625. Who would have known, right? You know, you put some fuel in it. Even the fuel cap was holding pressure. You give it a couple of pumps, add some oil, put some fuel into it, add your little pump juice, add your secret fuel, you know, you guys know. People know what I do. It's not that I'm hiding it from anyone. Listen to that. Take care, guys. Enjoy your evening. Because I don't know what it was. I was going to do this first thing this morning. I was going to come out about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I... don't ask me why. Like I said, I sat on the couch and I felt sorry for myself. I don't even know why. And then I thought, you know what, the hell with this. I'm just going to wait until the sun starts to go down. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to see if I can get another one of these buggers to go. And sure enough, here we are. I could open the trunk. I could open the trunk of the car. I can show you what's left. I actually took the 220 that had the globe on it and I hung it up downstairs. I ordered this is my downfall. See, I get interested in something and then I go spend some money. I ordered a lantern vise because I know how difficult it is to work on a 220 without a lantern vise. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 220s that I want to take apart and clean. You know, I want to clean them up. I want them to look nice and I want them to work perfectly. All these guys, you guys know. When it comes to 220s, there's no such thing as opening it that quarter turn and getting it to light unless it is absolutely totally clean, serviced, string stretched out, the spring in the fuel pickup stretched out. Like, usually what winds up happening is you have to like take the thing and you got to open it up until it's throwing raw fuel up into the generator while you're trying to get it lit. Then the bugger is flooded and it catches fire and you're sitting there wondering what you did wrong, and you didn't do anything wrong. You know, the problem is that people can't, like, without the proper tools, you can't do a good job. So every once in a while, you just got to suck it up. And there goes another vehicle. Every once in a while, you just got to suck it up, buy the tool, and do the best you can after that. Like, you know, like Keith, for example. Keith is a great guy, man. He's so excited about the whole thing. He's excited about the hobby. He wants to share it with his family and the people around him. I don't blame him, man. Back when I was like in my 20s and I first started to get into this stuff, like, you know, after I got out of the Boy Scouts, and it wasn't maybe 15 years later, and one of the people from the scout troop I was in called me up and said, listen, we have a record that you like did these lanterns, like you worked on these lanterns a little bit when you were in the Scouts. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, would you like these? Holy very large piece of farm equipment just went roaring by. Anyways. And of course the answer was yes. And then that stuff got stashed in the closet for, I don't know, what seemed like generations. And like 20 years later, and I'm digging through looking for something, and I find a couple boxes and I open them up and I go, oh, wow, I can't remember when it was that I thought about one of these things. And then Lori and I were shopping at the Goodwill place. Like, you know, we're at it's called Bibles for Mission, and we go in there, and obviously it's a non-profit, right? And here was a propane lantern with a guillotine case. Now, everybody that knows anything about Coleman knows how valuable the guillotine cases are. And so not only did I get a guillotine case, but I got a 2-mantle propane lantern, and I paid $30. And that was it. I came home and I started digging stuff out of the closet. I started buying stuff. I started looking around, and you know, count my blessings. Like, your life is too short, I guess, to ignore the idea that you might be able to do something that other people are interested in, or can learn from. I mean, I've learned a lot from you guys. Like, all I had to do was sit in front of the TV and watch a couple things, and it's like, it's totally awesome. Like, and here we are, right? You know, like, I didn't even have to do anything. Like, it just, you know, just know the general operation, right? The theory of operations, which, by the way, thank you, Bill. What's his name? Bill Flock, King Coleman. He's probably one of the best presenters of Coleman products I've ever seen online. When you're talking about getting down to the brass tacks of it and how it works, and what you might need to do to approach a problem from one way or the other, he has got an answer. And I watched the man incessantly for like months and months and months. Like he's been around for a long time. Like you guys know this, right? So, anyways, now I'm just rambling. Maybe I should just shut up and go away. It's probably going to take me until the middle of next week to upload this video anyways. So, all right, guys. Take care. Enjoy your evening. I appreciate you joining in with me. And I hope you have a good one. Take care.